Hello there everyone, Shippy here. Hope everyone out there is doing well and staying back once again with some more Pokemon trading card game pocket matches. Today's video, I feel like trying out this Hitmonchan EX deck that I put together, see if I can manage to win a game or two online with it. This deck is really simple in its composition. I'm just pairing Hitmonchan EX alongside Donphan EX, just to see if there's any real synergy between these two cards in particular. The reason I've chosen this pairing is just basically just speed, just to see if since these cards can kind of get up and going really quickly. The goal for this deck is just to get started very fast and overwhelm our opponents before they can get their game plan implemented. Now for some Oricorio protection, as I call it, I am running a Ditto in this deck. So the thought process behind running Ditto is to use our opponent's strength against them, because the version of Ditto I'm running works with whatever Pokemon the opponent has on the bench. We can steal their attack and do the damage if we have the adequate energy into Ditto. So that's kind of why I'm running that. We're gonna see if that works or not, but yeah. I'm gonna be the first to admit that I don't really know if I have high expectations for this deck, but damn it, we're gonna try it anyway to see what we can get done. But yeah, I'll have the entire deck list in the description of the video below, so you can try this deck out for yourself or simply improve upon it. But yeah, that's not me rambling, and we're gonna go into the Crimson Blades events that's going on right now. Let's see if we can rack up some wins with Hitmonchan and Donphan. But yeah, I'll be back when I find my first game. Alrighty, looks like I found my first opponent here, and we are unfortunately going first, but since our Pokemon really need a lot of energy to get going, that's not exactly the worst thing of the world, other than we're just gonna get hit first. But alright, looks like we're going up against Charizard. Alrighty, well, we got two Giovanni, so in theory we can kind of ruin this game plan immediately if all goes to plan, and we can get either another Hitmonchan or Phanpy here. Now I am running some heavy one heavy helmet and one spiked helmet for Donphan primarily, or one rock helmet. I think I call it spiked helmet, but yeah, just for damage purposes, but we'll see, and defense purposes I guess. Decided to run one of each because I couldn't decide whether to run two or one. All right, well, next turn we're gonna get rid of this Charmander ideally. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna get red carded. Please give me my my Giovanni back, please. And we do get it back. So this is actually gonna be a pretty quick win here. We got very lucky. All right, well, I didn't expect this to go this well right out of the gate, and they conceded. All right, well, we got absurdly lucky that we got Charmander off the board before Charizard could rear its ugly head. So that's really the goal. I wanted to see if we can get this deck started very quickly and eliminate the problems before they can happen. It's not always going to go this smoothly, clearly, but it's a good way to start so far. But good game to that opponent. We'll see if our luck can carry us forward into the matches to come, and I'll be back when I find my next game. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here, and we are going first once again. But let's see what we can do here. And we do start out with Hitmonchan, and we do have Donphan as well. But we're going to put Hitmonchan in the act spot so we can just kind of build up Donphan in the background here. All right, so I see fighting energy, so I do wonder what they're running. Could be a lot of things. Rampardos, Lucario. They're also running Hitmonchan. What are the odds of that? The only bad thing is where I'm going first is they can actually get started quicker than me, which is the downside of going first. Which, not that I had a choice. All right, we'll put a rocky helmet into our Hitmonchan and a heavy helmet into our Phanpy back here. And there we go. All right, they're gonna oak it up. Now they might be running Lucario alongside Hitmonchan, which I can see why that would be good as well. They're doing Hitmonchan Rampardos. All right. Which is probably better than Hitmonchan and Donphan. But we're going to do what we can here. Alright, they are going to opt to swing. Which I don't see why they wouldn't. Alright, let's oak it up here. Alright, we got a Pokeball and another Hitmonchan. Which means Pokeball is no longer really all that useful to me at the moment because there's nothing else I can pull. Actually, I'm going to be honest, I forgot about Ditto. So we just milled our deck out a little bit more. We get our Donphan. And we're going to swing into this Hitmonchan for the one time. And then we are going to tag out. They already have fucking Rampardos. Of course they do. All right. Well, this got a lot more complicated, unfortunately. Let's see what they actually opt to do here. Will they swing on me with Hitmonchan? Would they dare? Actually, I can... Well, I can't turn this around, actually. I was going to say I can turn this around, but unfortunately, even though I have Ditto, Hitmonchan would just come in and KO me. Alright, well, we're just going to bring Donphan in. Now, if Rampardos attacks me, it does KO itself. So there is that. I am running Leaf. Well, Rampardos just one-shots anything on the bench, so it really doesn't matter. We needed 2 Donphans, unfortunately. Well, not the ideal start, but we managed to get outdone by Hitmonchan Rampardos versus Hitmonchan Donphan. But good games of that opponent. Hopefully we get better luck in the next game. I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, looks like I found my next opponent here. And we finally get the good luck of going second and another fighting deck here. Alright, let's get Hitmonchan up to the front. Get a Phanpy on our bench. And get a Ditto on our bench, because why not? And they are running Lopunny. Okay. I wonder if this is a Lopunny EX deck then. I would imagine so, but we shall see. Now, if we can luck into a Giovanni, then we can maybe make some things happen. They're also running Hitmonchan. They're going to put a Rescue Scarf on Bunnery just in case I knock it out. Which does make sense. They're going to play Copycat, but they're only going to get 2 cards out of it. We're going to put a Giant Cape on Hitmonchan. And that's going to be all she wrote for their turn. All right, we do get our second Donphan. We can't do anything just yet, though. And no point in playing our Copycat since we're only going to get 1 card in return. Since we do need the 2 Donphans, or at least one of the Donphans we got. No, they opt to tag. Nope, they're going to have their Lopunny. All right, so they get to flip 2 coins here. We do have to kind of just pray for 2 tails, but they actually can't attack just yet. We do get a leaf. So I could put 2 energy into Ditto. I think it's... Let me read real quick before I attach the energy. Is it bench? Choose one of your opponent's attacks and use it. Okay, so there's no restrictions on it. So I think I'm actually going to put an energy into Ditto. Because we're going to use Lopunny's attack against it. And because we get 3 points for an EX, that really doesn't matter if they KO Hitmonchan. All right, they are going to go for the attack here. and they get one head. So I'm actually going to tag Hitmonchan out and just go for the KO with Ditto. Hitmonchan's confused anyway. Because if I get one heads, the game's over. Alright, let's get Hitmonchan on the bench. I am going to retreat into our Ditto here. Get energy into said Ditto. And we're going to use Lopunny's attack and hope for one heads. And we got it. And we actually got two heads here. All right, well, we actually managed to use Lopunny's attack against itself. The Ditto choice is paying dividends for one match. Right, well, we got extremely lucky there, and I will gladly take that Ditto came through for us. So far, Donphan's really not much in anything that exists, but you know, we'll take wins however we get them. But a good game to that opponent, and I'll be back when I find my next match. Alrighty, just got found my next opponent here, and we are once again lucky to go second, and we're going up against a fire deck this go around. No Hitmonchan this time. So we're gonna have to rely on Donphan, and thankfully we do have it in our opening hand here. I would be a betting man. If I were a betting man, I would say this is Charizard. I would have lost that bet. All right, we're going up against Mega Blaziken. So let's see if we can, excuse me, at least get started before Mega Blaziken rears its ugly head. All right, let's get energy into our Phanpy. Let us oak it up here. And we get a leaf and a Hitmonchan. We'll put Hitmonchan on our bench, because why not? Because we have leaf, we can retreat. I actually can't attack Torchic just yet, so we'll just flail because we can. And that's all we'll do. All right, so let's hope they don't have Mega Blaziken already, because that would suck. All right, let's see what they got here. Please don't have Rare Candy into Mega Blaziken already. Because I can't KO this Torchic just yet. All right, we get a Pokeball. Kind of hope this is actually Ditto. And it is. So we do have a little bit of an ace in the hole here. Let's get our Donphan out. Play Professor's Research. I'm actually just tempted to leave the threat of Ditto looming back here. And instead of putting energy into Donphan, actually just putting energy into Ditto. And because we have Leaf, we do kind of have that option here. Alright, so if Mega Blaziken shows up, we have Ditto to get a little bit of a taste of its own medicine here. Alright, they got Combuskin back there. And they're going to heal this Torchic, but it's going to kind of be... Well, it's no longer for naught. Alright. But Torchic can't actually hurt us, so that's okay. Alright, we got a Sabrina. So let's put an energy into this Donphan. Do I want to tag in Combuskin? I think I do. I think we're going to do that. Just to put some pressure on. Maybe that's not the smartest choice, but it's what I'm going to opt to go for. Yeah, we just want to remove the threat of Blaziken and get him worn down to the point Ditto can maybe one-shot the Blaziken that comes in. All right, they're going to tag. All right, they're not going to attack, which is totally fine. Now our Donphan is ready. And let's see, what do I want to do here? We're gonna leave Donphan in against better judgment, probably. And let's go ahead and get rid of Torchic. And hope they don't have Blaziken. Which I think Blaziken does 120, so Donphan does live. Because it'll do 100 with the helmet on. And that probably just netted a Blaziken. Yep, there's Mega Blaziken. And they are going to swing on me here. I think what I might actually do is just leave Donphan in to do 110 to it. Please be tails. It is. All right. So I'm actually just going to leave Donphan in here. And there is another. Because all I'm going to do is bring Ditto in next turn and KO this Blaziken. So let's put energy into Donphan. And we do live another turn, even with the burn. And we put ourselves in a position. I didn't realize it was every turn, so I probably should have just got Donphan out. We just got extremely lucky there. I forgot the coin flip was every turn. Boy, am I stupid. But that's actually okay. Because we're going to get rid of Blaziken this turn. By bringing in our Ditto. And we do have a Cyrus. Let's get energy into our Ditto here. Put a Rocky Helmet into it just for safekeeping, I guess. And we will copy. Wait, not enough energy. Doesn't have the necessary. I do have the necessary. Wait, does it have to be fire energy? Okay, well, I completely misunderstood Ditto. I thought it had to be just the amount of energy that the other Pokemon had. So I thought I just needed 2 energy into it to be able to use the attack. I didn't realize that it also had to be fire energy. So what good is Ditto then? I mean, Ditto did come in clutch at one match, but I now see that it was just because that we're also going up against another fighting type deck. But I thought, from what I understood, it just says if you don't have the energy required. I thought that meant in terms of cost, not in terms of typing. So okay, so Ditto wasn't the play there. So even if I did run a Koros or Choreo deck, if we didn't have 2 light, or at least 1 lightning energy, then we couldn't have done anything. All right, well, I have to rethink how I put this deck together, for sure. Well, I completely misunderstood what Ditto did, probably because I can't read. But all right, but still, this deck didn't do too bad. What did we go, 3-2 or 3-1? I can't exactly remember. I'm bad at math and words and everything. But all right, well, here we are. We did manage to do win more than we lost, so I guess I'll take that at the end of the day. But a good game to the opponent. I think I've rambled enough here. I am going to end the video here if I didn't say that already. If you made this far, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe if you like it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.